Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone is having a great day today. I definitely am. And I hope everyone who is watching this video is also having a great day as well. Now, it's Sunday. I don't usually make videos on Sundays, but figured I'm bored and like this video, I've been thinking about doing this video for a while anyways. So I figure why not do it today since I got all this free time. So today we're talking about WWE releases. Now, if you guys have been a part of my channel for a long period of time, then you know my feelings on these WWE releases. I made multiple videos on like WWE releasing people, including certain wrestlers that I completely disagree with. Now is getting to a point where these WWE releases are getting overkill. Like, it is overkill to the point that it is affecting their company negatively. Okay. And I got 5 major reasons right here on my notes on why it is affecting the company negatively in 2022. Okay. Two of the reasons is on TV, creative wise, and the other 3 reasons is behind the scenes, like business wise. But yeah, this is more of like an educational video because, like, here's the thing. I hope like this video is to like really like I know this might not happen. Like, this is just wishful thinking on my end. But if anybody from WWE somehow finds this video, okay, I really hope they really listen to why these mass releases, okay, are really, really affecting your company negatively in 2022. Okay, now here's the thing about these releases, right? If they were like firing like certain people that like give no benefit to WWE and like stuff like that, or they're not doing anything with a wrestler, or like if an employee doesn't do a great job, then I can understand. But here's the thing. WWE has been releasing like big stars, potential big stars, like lots of coaches with lots of wrestling experiences, lots of writers, lots of talent scouts. Like, what the fuck are you doing over there, WWE? Honestly, what are you doing? Okay, you are spreading yourself thin. Okay, yeah, and I just hope to God that I know that it is somewhat impossible, but if somebody from WWE sees this, okay, I want them to really listen from my perspective. Why I think that these WWE releases are doing more harm to WWE, okay, than it's helping WWE, okay, and why I think these releases are fucking stupid overall. Most of the releases are fucking stupid. There's 1 or 2 releases that I may have agreed with, Eva Marie, but you know what I mean. Okay, WWE has gone like they went overkill with these mass releases to the point like it's not even necessary to release these wrestlers. Not even necessary whatsoever. Okay, releasing people like Bray Wyatt, who is one of your biggest like selling superstars of all time. Okay, at one point he was over like his products were overselling Roman Reigns and John Cena. That's how over Bray Wyatt was. But you release him, you release Braun Strowman, you release Aleister Black when he was in the middle of a fucking storyline with Big E? Like Ruby Riot, which now Ruby Soho, Buddy Murphy. Like I can go on and on and on. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Bronson Reed. It's like what? Like I am convinced that some of these people, some of the higher ups at WWE are fucking brain dead. Okay, and I'm fully convinced that Vince McMahon is one of them because Vince McMahon is allowing these releases to happen. Okay, but yeah, enough of me blabbering. Enough of me blabbering. Is me blabbering. Oh my god, I can't even speak. Okay, I'm gonna be objective. This video, I'm gonna be objective. Okay, I'm not going to rant as much as the other WWE releases video. I'm not going to rant as much. I'm going to take the objective route in this video. Okay, so without further ado, here are all the reasons why why these mass releases are doing more harm to WWE than it is helping them. Okay, let's begin. Let's start off with reason number one. They slim down the roster to an insane degree. Okay, there is no question that both rosters are completely small right now. The tag team division is non-existent. Like both Raw and SmackDown have like what? 3 to 4 tag teams? That's about it. Okay, the women's division, the SmackDown women's division currently has 6 women. 6. 6 women. And no, Sonya Deville doesn't fucking count. Okay, because she's technically a GM. She's in a GM role, so she doesn't count as an active female wrestler. They have 6 women. Like, that is absolutely insane. Okay, another problem is constant rematches. Like, we keep seeing the same matches over and over and over again. That's because both Raw and SmackDown have completely small rosters. And maybe they wouldn't have this problem if WWE didn't go completely fucking overboard with these releases. Okay, like seeing the same match. I am sick and tired of seeing the New Day versus the Usos every single fucking week. Okay, I feel like, did you see that article, what Macaulay Culkin said? Because Macaulay Culkin definitely agrees with me that WWE has become too repetitive. And that's because of the massive releases. Because they went fucking overboard with the massive releases. Okay, it's ridiculous, bro. Like now I can't even blame WWE for I am blaming WWE because they did this to themselves. But seeing these constant rematches every single week, I am so sick and tired of seeing New Day versus Usos. I'm sick and tired of seeing Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash versus Carmella and Selena Vega every single week. I'm sick and tired of seeing Bianca Belair versus Doudrop for the 60,000th time. Okay, these rematches are absolutely insane. Okay, but it's not like WWE could do much because thanks to these releases, there's only so many wrestlers they can use. Okay, but again, that's WWE's fault. That's Vince McMahon's fault because they went fucking overboard with these releases. There's rarely any division. The tag team division is non-existent. The women's division, there's barely anything there. And there's barely a mid-card / main event scene. Okay? The rosters right now are a fucking mess. And the biggest thing, and the biggest thing of why that is right now is because of the fucking releases. Another reason, the less people for like Royal Rumbles, Money in the Bank, Survivor Series. Okay. The Royal Rumble, the biggest example. Okay. They don't have enough women for the Royal Rumble match. They don't. Okay. Well, technically they do. Like, but at the same time, technically they don't. Okay. But like they they're so desperate to like try to fill up the Royal Rumble that they are bringing back people like Lita, Summer Rae, Kelly, Mickey James, which was pretty shocking. Like after everything WWE did to Mickey James, why would she come back? Like this couldn't be just a one-off thing, but really, Mickey? But yeah, back to the topic at hand. Okay. There's rarely a women's division. Like the women's division, the main roster right now, like either most of the ladies are released or they're injured. Like Bailey, Asuka, Sasha Banks, they're all injured, so they're not going to compete for the Royal Rumble. There's barely any women on the main roster to like to fight in a Royal Rumble match. They can't even put in 30 women. Okay, that's crazy. The like they're lacking in women so bad that they have to bring back women like Lita, Summer Rae, Kelly, the Bella Twins because they barely have any women to use. Okay, and it's mainly because of these releases. It's mainly because WWE went completely overkill with these releases. Okay. So that's reason number one. They slimmed down the rosters to an insane degree, leading to extremely small rosters with barely anyone in any division, constant rematches every single fucking week. Okay? It's like, bro, I could go on and on just by this reasoning alone. Okay, but I think most of you get what I'm trying to say. Okay? Like they literally wouldn't have this problem if they didn't went fucking overboard with these releases. Okay, so that's reason number one. Reason number two, it creates a morale problem backstage. Okay, imagine being a WWE superstar or a WWE employee and being nervous every single day, every single week. Like the way they're doing, the way WWE is handling these releases. Imagine being a WWE superstar or a WWE employee. Okay? Like being worried every single week because every day, every week, your job is in danger. One minute you could be working for WWE and next minute you're gone just like that. Okay? That is not a good mindset to have. How are you supposed to give it your 100% when you're scared that like no reasoning whatsoever you could get released for no reason tomorrow? Okay? It just sucks that these wrestlers, these WWE superstars, and these WWE employees have to have this mindset every single day. Like, I'm sure some of them are scared out of their minds because there's no job security in WWE. There's no fucking job security. Okay? Like, you can do everything right for WWE and you can still get released by WWE. Okay? That is not a good mindset to have. Okay? If you're doing everything right, if you're putting your heart and soul into this company and yet they release you just like that, that's not going to create a high morale. Okay? It's not going to create an atmosphere of like people having fun or people like just being a part of a family or being a part of a community. No, it's just going to be a bunch of people scared out of their fucking minds that they might lose their jobs. Like, it creates a bad morale problem backstage. Okay. Like, if I was a WWE superstar and I was, or a WWE employee and I was working at WWE, I would be scared out of my mind. Okay. Because I would be doing everything right and I could get released tomorrow. Okay. It creates a bad morale problem. Okay. And it's not a good look for WWE if you have your wrestlers and like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, when he signed his contract, even said that when you sign with WWE, it feels more like a temporary agreement. Okay? Like even Kevin Owens knows that like there's like I'm not guaranteed to that I'm gonna be with WWE for this said amount of time because WWE doesn't like abide by the contract. They don't oblige by the contract. Like they don't follow the contract. Okay, like bruh. Like the lack of job security in WWE is absolutely insane. Like you would think that WWE would like want to like fucking like AEW, every other wrestling promotion does this. Okay, they sign a wrestler to a contract, right? They sign a wrestler to the contract and then they follow the contract. Both the company and the wrestler follow the contract. And if the company doesn't want them, they don't just release them immediately. They just don't resign them. That's it. Done and over with. Why can't WWE do the same thing? Okay, it makes no sense. So that's reasoning number 2. It creates a morale problem backstage. Number 3, reason number 3, it makes it difficult to care about the characters on TV. Okay, it makes it extremely difficult because now these releases are like a normal thing every single week. Well, not every single week, but like every 1 or 2 months or so, there's always a set of releases happening in WWE. And knowing that literally nobody is safe, how are we supposed to connect with these characters on TV? Like, for example, Keith Lee. I'm sure lots of people are fans of Keith Lee. A lot of people may be interested in Keith Lee's character. Oh, he got released. Damn. Okay, how about Karrion Kross? Oh, he has an interesting character. Okay. Next day, release. Oh, how about Aleister Black? Oh man, this Tales from the Dark Earth thing. This is very, very interesting. Next day, release. What the fuck? How are we supposed to connect? How are we supposed to care about these characters if they're just going to get released like the next day or the next week? Okay, how the fuck are people supposed to care about these characters if they're just going to get released the next day? It makes it extremely difficult. I know it makes it extremely difficult for me to connect with these characters. Okay. Like, another reason, like, it's one thing if you're not using a wrestler. Like, if you're not using a wrestler, if they're not a part of a big storyline, if they're just stuck in catering and stuff like that, I get releasing that character. Like, if you don't have any plans for them and if you're not using them on TV, then fine. Okay, that's understandable. But WWE have released characters who are a part of storylines, wrestlers who are big names in WWE. Examples being Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Aleister Black, Bronson Reed, like Ruby Riott, Buddy Murphy. I can go on and on and on. Hit Road. Hit Road's another one. Okay, how the fuck are we supposed to connect with these characters if you're just going to release them the next day? Like, it makes it hard. It's already bad enough because WWE's product is shit right now. But it makes it even more difficult to watch if we know that their jobs are not going to be safe. Like, we're not confident that they're going to be on Raw or SmackDown the next week. Okay, it makes it extremely difficult. Okay, so that's reasoning number 3. That literally speaks for itself. That reason number 3, making it difficult to care about the characters on TV. Okay, reason number 4, it gives the company a bad image. It gives a company a bad image. Okay, here's the thing. The way WWE handles these releases, okay, knowing that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter how much you give to this company, you can be released just like that. You could be a wrestler signing a contract and for like a 5-year deal, and then the next day WWE just cuts that contract. Okay, like how is anyone how is anyone supposed to really work for you? Like how like more and more people like don't want to work for this company. Like I'm sure like there's always going to be people that want to work with WWE because that's their dream. But I feel like there's like a shift. Like that's like less and less people wanting to work for WWE because knowing how WWE is handling these releases and knowing that there's lack of job security and your job is not even guaranteed, like how would anyone want to work with WWE knowing how WWE handles these releases? It really gives the company a bad image, and it really wants less, like it really makes less people want to work for your company. Okay, because they can just go to your company, oh, you're hired, and then the next day they're fired just like that. Okay, not only that, but they are doing these releases while they're making record profits. It's not like WWE is losing money in any way. It's one thing if WWE is losing money. Okay, if they are losing money and WWE if WWE is losing money, that is understandable why they would do these releases. But they are making record profits every single year. Okay? They've been getting massive deals from USA Network, Fox, and from Saudi Arabia and Peacock. Okay, all these massive like deals. Like WWE has more money than fucking ever. Okay? And WWE is still doing these releases. WWE is still doing these releases despite WWE making record profits every single year. That gives you an even more of a bad image because at that point that just makes you fucking assholes. That just makes you fucking assholes. Okay, with the lack of job security at WWE, knowing that you can get released and not like the fact that WWE might not like acknowledge your like 5-year contract and they just cut you just like that before the contract even starts, or like the fact that WWE just releasing people the way that they are despite them having record profits, all of that coming together, that just creates a bad image for the company. That really does. It's not a good look for them. It really isn't. Okay, so that's my 4th reasoning. It gives WWE a bad image. Okay. And the final reason I think why these WWE releases are doing more harm than good is that WWE is really making their jobs harder on themselves, really making their jobs harder. Okay, not only are they releasing like a great chunk of their wrestlers for absolutely no reason, but they're releasing coaches like Timothy Thatcher, Danny Burch, okay, releasing talent scouts. Like just recently with these releases, they released Danny Burch, Timothy Thatcher, William Regal. William Regal! Samoa Joe! Twice! Samoa Joe twice! Okay, look, I get it. If you don't trust him wrestling anymore because he's injury prone, then I understand. But you mean to fucking tell me that you don't trust Samoa Joe to train your next generation of wrestlers? Like, this is Samoa fucking Joe. This is a man with lots of experience under his belt. Imagine Samoa Joe teaching like a promo class or teaching these next generation of WWE wrestlers how to wrestle. Okay, I would love to have Samoa Joe as a fucking coach, but apparently WWE doesn't. Okay, William Regal. William fucking Regal, right? Like, come on. Like, he has an eye for talent. Okay, William Regal is the reason why the likes of Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, like Asuka, like who else? Big E, Seth Rollins, okay, Roman Reigns, the Wyatts, okay, William Regal scout them out for these talents. Okay, he has an eye for talents. Okay, he knows who the fuck is talented and who is WWE material, who is not WWE material. You mean to fucking tell me you can't use a guy like William Regal in your company? You mean to tell me you can't use Samoa Joe and like a Timothy Thatcher and a Danny Burch to train like wrestlers with actual experience under their belt? You mean to tell me you couldn't use these guys to fucking train the next generation of these wrestlers? Okay, WWE not only they've been releasing a lot of wrestlers, and that goes back to my first point, but they have been releasing coaches, writers, talent scouts, lots and lots of them. Okay, why? Who the fuck is going to teach these wrestlers now? Who the fuck is like, bro, you're just making it harder for yourself. Now that you've fired all these talent scouts, all these coaches, like all these people with lots and lots of experience and brings lots to the table to WWE. Now you got to find new coaches. Now you got to find new talent scouts. Okay, now you got to find new wrestlers to like try to fill up these rosters. Okay, but what was wrong with the people you had before? What was wrong with the people you had before? Nothing. WWE is just making it harder on themselves. They really are. Okay? It makes no sense. It makes no fucking sense. Okay, they are just making it harder on themselves. Like firing a Samoa Joe, a William Regal, a Timothy Thatcher, a Danny Burch, that really could have like mold and really made sure that these next generation of WWE superstars are ready for the main roster. Okay, because again, they have a lot of experience under their belt and they bring a lot to the table to WWE, but apparently WWE doesn't fucking see that. They don't see that. WWE is making it fucking harder on themselves. And WWE has no one to blame but themselves. Okay, so those are my 5 big reasonings why these mass WWE releases are doing more harm with the company than good. Okay, let me review real quick all 5 points, okay, real quick, on why these releases are doing more harm than good. Reason number 1, they slimmed down the roster to an insane degree. Number 2, it creates a morale problem backstage. 3, it makes it difficult to care about the characters on TV. Number 4, it gives a company a bad image. And number 5, it makes their jobs even more harder than it already is for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Okay? And I'm making this video because even though I rage a lot at WWE, I do a good amount of rants about WWE on my channel. I don't want to hate WWE. Like I'm like, if you think I'm happy that I rant about WWE, you are sorely mistaken. It breaks my heart that I have to even rant about WWE because I want WWE to succeed. WWE is the reason I even became a professional wrestling fan to begin with. But I just cannot support these practices that WWE have been doing. Okay? So I really hope that this helps. I really hope somebody from WWE sees this video. Okay? And hopefully they can take like at least one thing out of this video on why these releases are doing more harm than good in WWE. That's all I got to say on that. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about these reasonings? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys not agree with me? Was there something is there something you agree with? Was there something you disagree with? And if you miss any other reasonings of why WWE on why these releases are doing more harm than good for WWE, if I'm missing any more reasonings, speak out in the comment section. I want to know what you guys are thinking. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Those are the biggest reasons why I mostly hate these WWE releases. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment. And if you guys like the content that I make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And until next time, this is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the asylum. Have a nice night. Have a nice day, everyone.